Hey guys, welcome back to the stream. This is Connor from Features Analytica, bringing you guys another live trading session. We're just going to start the day out right here by selecting the regression mode button and just arming it in both directions. This is currently due to the elevated level of chop we're having here inside of this range. This range is a little bit large though, so we may need to switch to trend if delta allows. Hopefully we can get some trades here. Need some market volatility to do that though. Also guys, your bug reports on the newest update for Polarity machine learning have been received and we are looking into them. We do realize there is a multitude of issues and we are working on creating a better system for you guys continuously. And just to let you guys know, we actually don't have a prepackaged model on the newest update, and that is intended behavior at the moment. There's no point in training up a model, just to need to retrain it again for you guys right after the stream. So. Looks like we want to trade there. That's pretty nice. Up to 465 on the day. Hey Lacerda, your question was, could you make a video explaining all the terminology you use and how it correlates to what you see on the screen? For example, entropy and the delta and so forth. Thank you. Appreciate the question, and yes, absolutely. Our current video explaining that is a little bit outdated. It's from over a year and a half ago, so I do need to update that eventually, and I appreciate the suggestion, and you know what? I'm going to get started on that right after I finish the stream today. So thank you for letting me know about that. And also another person asked, they're planning on buying the second package, but what's the difference between 4 and 4 Plus? Also, can I use it on the data feed of my prop firm, Apex Trader Funding? Thank you so much for your interest. To tell you the difference between the 4 and the 4 Plus, so these green and red automatically marked zones you're seeing here above and below price, not the lines, just the zones. That is the most glaring difference between the 4 and the 4 Plus. The 4 Plus includes those. Those are imperative in helping me decide when to switch from regression to trend. Of course, that is not a required thing to have. Before AC4 Plus, we traded this just fine, but it does make the analysis much easier. So that is the most glaring difference between the two packages. Aside from that, yes, you can absolutely use it on the data feed of your prop firm, Apex Trader Funding. Still inside this trade here, taking a while for us, but we ended up getting filled there. That's our second one of the day, bringing us up to $921.48. Just got filled into a short trade here, also in regression. That's very nice for this range, and we got filled very, very quickly on that one. Ended up winning that. Brings us up to the 1,372 on the day. And to answer your question, yes, there are still bugs in the R7B. Anytime we roll out a new feature such as on-the-fly optimization or on-the-fly learning or incremental learning, then yeah, there's going to be bugs initially. Of course, this is a beta test. That is why it is a beta test. There are going to be bugs that are expected, but if you're looking for a stable release, best thing to do would be to go to the Polarity V6, which is the non-machine learning version of the strategy. Also, guys, once again, I'm getting a lot of questions about, hey, you know, you got filled, but I didn't get filled right there. Once again, the content of this live stream is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. It is not intended to be used as an opportunity to copy the trading decisions of the presenter, which is me. So that is pretty important for you guys to know that it is not the intended use to just try and copy my trades. Definitely going to be switching into trend here. We're breaking all the way down here, getting a very, very massive downturn. See here, getting a little bit of market lag. We may need to switch very quickly back into regression if this new zone forms. Watching entropy very, very closely here, we did get a divergence at 818, and we don't have that on 819, but if we bounce off of this red resistance level here, we are absolutely going to be switching it into regression. And to answer your question, I do use incremental learning every day. Well, it looks like that this small downturn here that we got, which was very, very quick over the course of just 1 minute, has finished. So we are going to be switching it back into regression here because we're inside of this range. Carter, to answer your question, if you're having trouble getting the numbers to show up on your footprint chart, that likely is because you have zoomed out. You can see here that when I zoom out here, the numbers disappear and they turn into imbalances. This is just so you can get a general overview of what the market's doing, even in a zoomed out fashion. So if you can actually look at see the bigger price movements that are actually happening without having to look at the small data. But if you zoom back in, the numbers show up. Of course, you can disable this feature and you can just make the numbers get very, very small and correctly scale with your screen. The setting to change there would be the minimum font size for your footprint chart. If you decrease that to 1, then it'll go all the way down to a 1 font size before disappearing when you zoom out. Just got filled long here. We did end up losing the trade earlier in the day right there, so that is unfortunate, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Just got filled there to 2055. Getting a pretty solid up down here, taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, which is, I'll take that. You know, it's not just wins, but it is not just losses either, and we're making progress. So, also to answer your question, Blockchain Wizard, we do have a trial of the Analytica chart for Plus, not for the Polarity yet. And to answer your question of whether or not you need another licenses, no, you do not. This works on the free version of NinjaTrader, and if you get the Stage 3 package, that includes everything you need. Of course, you do need a working data feed, but that is with any futures trading. But aside from that, no, you do not need anything special. You only need level 1 data, which is the most basic form of data. Also, guys, if the toggle button is not showing up the latest version, I will absolutely look into that right after the stream. We're getting some bug reports on that one. It's been a little inconsistent. I have been getting some feedback that before we push this out, we do have a closed, maybe 4-person group who is testing it, and they weren't having that issue. But if you are, I will absolutely look into that. You can see here entropy is still quite high. We had a divergence at 821 as well as at 821 again right after that. Same minute, different bar. And we had one earlier at 818. So we are inside of this range here still, even though we don't have a set support level near this zone. But we are going to be looking out for that here. That does leave us in kind of a precarious spot in terms of having a sticky regression selection. So that means that we have a very, very basic set of rules to when we change, and that is if entropy collapses, then that'll be a very quick selection to trend. You can see here we do get that support level here, so this is going to be the support for this range. If we close very far below this green bar, we are going to be switching it into trend there. Looks like we just got filled into the long player. To answer your question again, Blockchain Wizard, if you're looking for the trial for Analytica Chart 4+, that's going to be in the description of this video. I'm going to double check and make sure that it's actually there right after the stream. So if you don't see it initially, just gonna update it right after the stream. So sorry about the delay. It should be there though. Unfortunately there, we ended up losing that trade. If we close on this bar below that green level, we are going to be switching it into trend. We have seen a collapse in entropy as well. So this is a little bit of an interesting situation. This is one of those times where it may not be as cut and dry, but we do get filled long here. So that's going to be against the trend switch, especially if we end up winning this trade and we close above that green bar, then we would switch to, then we would keep it in regression. And you can see there that green level ended up getting disappeared after we won that trade. That automatically disappeared, and that's going to leave us inside of regression mode. Also guys, each model is finely tuned to your characteristics of both your machine and your trading style. So everyone's going to have a unique model in terms of their trading. So it's going to adapt to you. So one model is not going to easily be shared with another person to look at the same thing. So just wanted to let you guys know about that with the characteristics of this incremental learning update. Also guys, in the PDF file, we do have the instructions on exactly how to train the model to your characteristics as seed. I'm not sure if the training doesn't work in this update. I'm curious about why I'm getting a new resurgence in questions about how to train the model. I did believe that we ended up settling that quite a few weeks ago in terms of how to train the model, but I'll absolutely look into this right after the stream to see if anything's changed. Just got filled short here. End up winning that trade up to 3449.62 on the day. That is very nice. Also, Blockchain Wizard, unfortunately, our software does not work on the web version of NinjaTrader. You do need the actual installed version of NinjaTrader, but if you do get the program called Parallels, you will be able to run a NinjaTrader on Mac. But I understand that this is a inconvenient step and it may be a deal breaker for you. Unfortunately, that's out of our hands in terms of giving Mac support. We've tried, we've talked to NinjaTrader before, but it just doesn't seem to be in the near future coming. It seems that they went the path of, instead of bringing NinjaTrader to Mac, they ended up going with the web version, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay because we love the people at NinjaTrader and they do a great job. But hopefully in the future we can see a non-web version of NinjaTrader work for Mac. If you guys are wondering what that sound was, it was because I sneezed. Probably sounded pretty weird on the mic. Hey Templeton Benny. Is there a workaround or a way to get rid of old support/resistance zones? Currently I'm having to check show historical derived areas, then uncheck show derived areas to get rid of old zones deleted. Any help would be greatly appreciated. You know, with the settings I have in the description, I haven't encountered anything like that. But if you show me a screenshot of your Analytica chart 4 Plus settings, either through our support or through the YouTube comments, if you'd like to help everyone else in the comments who may be having that issue, I can diagnose exactly what's happening. I believe that there are settings to change when the historical setting or when the derived zones disappear. So make sure you have those correctly set up. If you're looking at the new min/max IV, IR, and AD, that's just there if you want to clamp the maximum and minimum values that the machine learning is going to optimize to. That was just there to eliminate some extremes that people are having when they were training with only a couple of indicators or some that may not have been heavily correlated with what's actually happening. And I would generally leave that alone unless you have a specific reason to increase or decrease that. But with the knowledge that that's just there to just increase and decrease the maximum and minimum values the machine learning values can come up with, you may be able to use that information to your advantage. Get some pretty solid fills here, guys. Up to 4,800 on the day there. Almost instantly won that trade. If we end up winning this trade, I think that's going to be our profit target for the day. I wasn't too convinced by the volatility there in the beginning, but it ended up pulling through. Also, sorry guys, let me just show you guys that my chart trader panel can be moved, and that is not just an overlay. Just for transparency's sake. And also, my executions tab always hides away in the beginning of the stream there, but you can see that we do in fact have a real executions tab there with our real-time trades. You can see that these are all the trades for throughout the day, and those all actually happen. So along with timestamps. But thank you guys again for tuning in. I am going to be working on some videos right after I finish this stream, just explaining everything for some newcomers, and just going to be helping you guys get on board for that. Although we do have the educational content both in the guidebook and in the PDF, we do want to, and we also have some older videos which explain it. Those may be fragmented and throughout a couple of different videos, and we want to create something that's definitive. So I'm going to be working on that, and thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate the support you guys have given us and the patience you guys have had throughout this beta testing phase. Once again, guys, if you are having some issues with the beta test, feel free to, there's absolutely nothing wrong with using Polarity v6 for the time being. We're working very hard on getting this stable release out, especially with the accelerated release of new features such as incremental learning. This is something that we have been working very hard at, but rest assured we are working on getting you guys fully onboarded very, very soon in terms of a stable release. So I do appreciate the patience we've had from you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon.